Hi, folks. Good morning. Hi, Maya. Yeah, I can see that the live stream started. Okay, so whoever is already on the call, I mean, like Maya is with me on the call, but that's, but I think Maya, you know why you joined the meeting, Jonas as well, that just joined. Hey, but for those watching on different channels, this is the meeting dedicated to organization of AsyncAPI Conference, and yeah, it's a meeting number 9. 1 month to the conference, and it's like, yeah, typical meeting. We have like going through to-do list, checking out what's missing, what could be added, etc. But we usually wait a few minutes more for folks to join later. In the meantime, like, Jonas, why did you come? I can't hear you.
Just hanging out, man. I'm just hanging out.
Awesome, thank you. So yeah, let's just wait like 2 minutes more for people to wake up in a few time zones. Although I think it's not that late, even for East Coast. I guess it's for West Coast, it's 10 a.m. But yeah, anyway, less people on the call, quicker the call is.
That's true. Yeah.
More follow-ups for me later, but yeah. No worries, Maya. So like for others that are watching, cannot see the chat on Zoom and just watch the YouTube or any other channel. Yeah, Maya wrote in the chat that she can't talk because she's in a cab, which makes sense. So, but anyway, thanks, Maya, for joining while being outside. And it's 6:05. So let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm gonna share a screen as usual. Boom, boom. Can you confirm that you can see my screen, please?
No.
Thank you. That's what I was counting on, as usual. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, I guess, for Jonas. Yeah. So the first topics, budget coordination. So yeah, I'm doing the coordination. The updates are so far expenses. But yeah, the expenses are pretty clear. I mean, we're done. I don't know exact figures, but it shouldn't exceed the money we would get from just one platinum sponsor. We don't have one yet, but it's still time to get money. So the overall budget that will like from the expense point of view, it's going to be the CFP tool and the scheduling tool. The other one is registration platform. And last but not least is that at some point of time during the conference organization, we agreed that we will sponsor to speakers that require access to some professional tool to record the presentation. We offered that we're going to sponsor that tool, so that's going to be an additional expense, but it's not going to exceed $1,000, even if we give access to all the speakers. So far, so good on the budget topic. Now, if it comes to the conference promotion, the status is like, so again, in other meetings we discussed, nobody raised or volunteered to actually explore paid marketing as we did last year. I personally didn't want to do the paid marketing because we could easily see from the last year that it's just like it doesn't pay back at all. It's just throwing money out the window. So better is the organic marketing. So that's what we're going to do on all our channels, also asking the community. So the next steps are, I already talked with Fran that runs the MailChimp account where we have newsletter subscriptions to send an email to all the subscribers that we have a conference and how to register. I also on my own started promoting from my side on social medias by promoting my talk. We will also ask all the presenters to promote their talks, and we will have speaker cards for it, but yeah, about speaker cards later. Another promotion is that we will also post the speaker cards on Twitter and LinkedIn, and Alejandra agreed to do it because I'm definitely not qualified to do it in a nice way. So far, if it comes to the conference promotion using the the organic channels and organic promotions. So yeah, any questions from you folks? Any ideas, especially in the paid marketing? Maybe you have some ideas other than LinkedIn, Twitter, and some other shit we've done that we could use. We could use Facebook, but I mean, I have my opinion. Actually, I don't have a bad opinion about Facebook in general, because like I don't think you can have one. Just pick one side, because there's also a lot of good things people achieve through Facebook. But I'm more about the commercials. Like Facebook puts a lot of adverts. Like there's a lot of adverts, and I can't imagine how our advert can go through this noise on someone's Facebook. But yeah, if somebody can help with this, we can definitely invest the budget that we have. We don't want to invest in Twitter and LinkedIn, but Facebook, we don't know if it's bad because we never tried it. No comments? I don't see any comments also on YouTube. Nothing in the chat. Okay, so next topic and updates. Sponsors. All is green and talking to sponsors. So yeah, talking to sponsors or actually potential sponsors. So I already contacted with the previous sponsors, which is SmartBear, Red Hat, IBM, WSO2, I think is the name of the company. But in this case, they already replied that this year they won't be able to support us. I also talked with one speaker that is from VMware. If he can contact me with someone from VMware, because we know VMware uses AsyncAPI, so maybe they would like to sponsor the event as well. I also asked another speaker from AWS if he could give some contact points from AWS. Maybe AWS would like to also sponsor us. And I know that Fran handles the discussion inside Postman to get Postman sponsorship, Postman logo basically, on the event. So any questions, any ideas? Do you know some companies that you think would like to sponsor? Okay. Coolio, marketing design items, conference website. It's awesome. I don't remember if you could see the latest one already last week with schedule and registration page. So yeah, I think it's awesome. I don't have any additional comments really. Dedicated swags, designs plus ordering. So as far as I know, Barbanio is on it, exploring if we can. So there are two options with buying swags and sending to people, to speakers. One is using some online platform that already allows to get some dedicated swags and send to people. But we are also checking if the Pinnacle Branding, the company that we want to use to set up the long living swag shop, if maybe they can deliver the swags. But I think all the details are boring, so I'm not going to go much into details. The ball is rolling. Barbanio is taking care of it. I don't know if their design is already there, but that's something I have to check with Missy or Barbanio actually. Now the speaker cards. So awesome that we have Maya on the call. So huge thank you to Maya. So Maya that actually never used GitHub before and created her first PR on GitHub today. So she already actually so last week she committed to do the speaker cards. She ran a discussion about these. I helped with getting images from speakers, and so there are just two speakers missing. But basically, once we get this two speaker cards for two speakers, because I forgot to upload images, so we can't yet merge the PR. But for example, you, Jonas, you can actually go to this PR already because it's done as agreed in the discussion. And for example, so we have two speaker cards. Yeah, sometimes it's not able to log everything because of the size of the images. But yeah, you have, Jonas, for example, your speaker card. What a huge picture.
Move on.
And yeah, so I'm happy to say speaker cards are 97% done. So thank you again, Maya. So we have speaker cards. I just need to get access for Alejandra to Twitter, so she can start preparing tweets. And on my side, I'm just gonna also make sure that these cards are delivered to speakers so they can share on their social media as well. Yes, and another great news, presentation template. So during last meeting, Frank committed that he'll update one, and he did it. And we have a presentation template that has the latest AsyncAPI brand. It's really, I can quickly show with you. Where is it? Look how beautiful, how beautiful it is. I already started using it for my presentation. So you can put a very beautiful image inside the presentation. You just right click. You can replace image. I'm not going to do it because I already have perfect image, but of course you can also do it. So it's perfect. Nothing more to say really. There's one important thing. You probably would like to have a link to it. which makes sense. So that's why, yeah, I have it. So the template is the same as it was with previous template. So the template has a lot ready, many ready slides, and it's like there's a lot of them. So you can freely use it. You can remove them. You can modify them. You can throw them all away. The goal is to actually give you a quick start, but it's up to you how you modify the slides. The most important is that it follows the AsyncAPI brand, and it's really beautiful. Social media graphics, I need to check with Missy. So we basically, the graphics, what are the graphics that we need is something better than I did, I think, in LinkedIn. Actually, and I think I could actually mention that I'm going to do it, which is probably not the best, but so basically the graphics we're talking there about are, come on, LinkedIn. Thanks for, come on, come on. So for example, like when I posted on our social media that the registration is open, etc., I didn't have the graphics. So what I did, shamefully, as a typical person with design passion, I just went to the website and made a screenshot of the website with the name of the conference and when it's happening, and that's how I posted it on social media. But I imagine that that's not the best approach, and it would be nice to have a dedicated professional graphic that we can use also on our social media. So yeah, I'm gonna check with Missy how she's doing. And string graphics, that's oh, I forgot to write it here. I'm gonna probably put Barbanio or Barbanio with WeProduction. So that's something that WeProduction will do, and we're already in contact. And yeah, before we jump into video recording, anything specific, any questions you have to the marketing? Nope. Perfect. Thank you. Next, video recording. So video guidelines for speakers. I'll update the description so we have them posted actually in the same discussion. It was sent to all the speakers. Some even asked follow-up questions like Jonas did. Video conversions, that's of course not yet done because we don't have yet video recordings of the presentations, but that's going to be done by WeProductions. And upload to Restream. Yeah, I'll coordinate with WeProductions because yesterday when I used Restream again since last year, and I was doing the live stream with Ace, I actually noticed that they have some new features in Restream, and looks like we can connect some drive, external drive, and pull videos from there and play them from the from inside the Restream. And last but not least, event itself related topics. So get a list of people that can run conference on stage. Yes, that's something I did not start yet. Just for you, information is that like basically last time when we had a meeting, we talked about like that it would make sense that we have as bigger group and as diverse group running the conference as possible. Especially that Fran also said that he will not be able to fully support because he'll be at the same time in Barcelona celebrating his birthday. So which basically means he'll probably be drunk and it's not the best way to have him running the conference. And
It would be fun though.
it would be fun. Not sure if sponsors will appreciate. And like it's the second time we run 3-day long online conference. I can tell you, as the host of last year, it's super exhausting, especially that we do it again. We start in the afternoon and finish in the evening, our time zone, at least my time zone. So the plan is to gather as bigger group as possible that can actually go to Restream, invite speakers, play the conference recording, and then get speakers online, etc. And the other list of people yet I also did not yet started asking is the people that can help offline, like sharing links, updating people about code of conduct, etc. Like basically moderators on different chats. And that's it from the list. That's where we are. So yeah, actually super important. But I think I mentioned already when I was talking about the budget. So we already, like, I already paid for 10 accounts, 10 Descript accounts, to enable people to do the good quality videos. There's also one inquiry from one speaker if we can help out with headphones. But yeah, I'm discussing how we can help, because it's the problem is, you can imagine, recordings have to be delivered at the end of next week. So sending anything, it's basically too late, but we can definitely do it the way that somebody buys it, and we just with a receipt, we can give money back. But yeah, that's still in discussions, but just letting you know about one case. Okay. Anything else? Any questions?
I can't remember if this has been discussed, but does it have to be a video, the presentation?
I mean, it's actually first time you ask. Actually, not the first time you ask. I mean, it's the first time somebody mentions it. We didn't write it. We didn't write it in stone. We just like, like we planned to have in person. So when we had to switch to online only, we just applied the same rules that we had for last year. But last year during the event, you remember, like, one of the presentations was actually live, because that was the panel that ran with you, I think, Jesse, right, and Ludovic. So you like one of your presentations, you think it's better if it's done live?
I would rather do them live, to be honest.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can.
Who am I to disagree?
That's true. I mean, it's a little bit more logistical in some sense, right? Because there has, and if it's live, do we also have to have a recording? And like, it brings a little bit of complexity, right? In terms of, instead of just playing a video and then that's it. So I don't know.
Didn't get it.
Like doing it, like giving the presentation live also comes with a bit of complexity. So it's just whether we want to handle that or not.
Especially
if I'm the only one that wants to present live rather than through a recording, right?
I'm not sure if it's adding complexity. Like technically, from REST stream perspective that we will use for the conference, from REST stream perspective, like from the perspective of how we want to run the event, speakers anyway join REST stream. You remember, like last year, you join anyway to introduce yourself, that you're there, that you're ready to answer questions, and then you join after playing recording. So so there's, from my point of view, there's no complexities, because if you join anyway, you can share your screen and present.
Yeah.
The only issue is that, like, the risk of some failure, network, or something with network.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And there's something also can happen with your network connection as well. And that's all the 4 issues I can come up with. Yeah, an internet connection as well, and network connectivity. So 6 possible issues that can affect.
So 6 possible issues that are the same,
but with different names and different emotional message.
Right.
But yeah, I think that to be honest, I don't remember, because we always did it like this. Yeah, now I remember. So we choose to this approach for 2 reasons, and we just do it the same way last 3 years. And the first year, so now we just do what we did last year. Last year we did what we just did the year before, and the first year when we did it was 2 reasons. So network. And also we felt like the online problem is that sometimes people jump from, like, they jump to the call just to listen a bit, and they don't have time to stay longer, etc. So we had this idea that people can watch, and they already can in a chat ask questions to the speaker, so speaker can answer. And but last year, nobody was using it. Nobody, like last year, I can't remember even one presentation where people were asking questions during the presentation. They were actually always waiting until the end. So,
but wasn't there also a lot of recording there? I can't remember. Wasn't most of the presentations recordings, or was it
all of them were recordings, except of the panel?
Oh yeah, I didn't present anything last year. That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why this year you do 2 presentations then?
Though, and I feel like it's a bit of a mistake because now I have a week to finish both of them. So that's what it is.
I mean, I'm going to write an update about your question anyway for others to see, because we don't make decisions here, but I don't think anyone will really question.
But do you need the recording as well?
Technically, we would need it only to post it later after the conference on YouTube as an individual video. But I think that the production team, the WIP Productions, they can cut it out from the live stream, because like it's live event, right? So we live stream to YouTube, so then they can, I guess they can take it from.
But wouldn't that be needed? Like, so for example, whenever you have one presentation, wouldn't you want to have a YouTube video of the discussion afterwards as well, with questions and answers, and not just the presentation itself? So wouldn't you need to take the live streamed recorded video and chop it up anyway? The same thing I think you did last year, right? I can't remember.
No. So so we have 2 recordings always, and there's a entire day recording. So day 1, day 2, day 3. These are 3 different recordings, and then and in these recordings you have everything. Yeah. Breaks, discussions, etc. And then we just release pure videos without discussions, just to have you have both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't remember. So the video recordings of the individual talks doesn't include the discussion that was afterwards.
individual video on YouTube does not include discussions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But that doesn't, I guess that didn't answer my question whether I still needed to record for next week if I want to do it live.
I mean, so from my perspective, like you're exceptional case. You are lucky and not lucky because you have two presentations. So
what does that have anything to do with?
I mean, it's in a week you can do one recording, but two recordings, that's probably what's keeping you stressed, and that's why you explore different options. That's what I mean. So
let's just say that it would be a stressful week next week if I had to record both recordings, but I could have started then like this Monday, so it's my own fault.
I started this Monday.
So I will get it done regardless. It's just whether I need to do it or not.
Let's assume I know what you mean. So I would recommend we take it to the discussion, except of updating the table of the to-do list. I will also start another thread mentioning what you just asked. And let's see if until Monday, until Monday, nobody objects, then it means you can come and do it live if you want.
Maybe others want to do it as well, but just doesn't know it's possible. So maybe somebody else wants to do it as well.
Yeah, but then it's getting more complicated. If we're gonna have half doing this and half doing that, then it's
but if you open the possibility for one, right, then it's...
But with you, it's, as I said, it's we open possibility for people that have two presentations. You have two presentations, not one. So we can always have this like, no, Jonas is special case.
I just feel like it's also good, what's it called? It's not practice, but if you want to present more, doing it live just creates another complexity to the presentation. And it's just better practice, in my opinion, at least. I would rather watch a live stream of someone talking live than I would of a recording, because otherwise I might as well just join YouTube whenever it's out in a recorded format. So it's just a personal preference as well.
I mean, depends. I mean, I don't think it's matter of if it's live or recorded. It's a matter that it's happening on the event. So you block your calendar and you go to the event. Not sure how you, but I actually, from all the presentations that I planned to watch offline from events that I couldn't join, but I knew that they will release presentations, I think I watched only one, maybe two in my life. Because the problem with those on YouTube is that you basically don't have time to watch it usually.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, there are different opinions, but I think it's more important that it's on the event. So you block calendar, you ask your manager to get access. That's why people probably voted to have it also on Saturday, so they can also just without stress watch it. Yeah. Let's actually see. We're gonna check this year if it's converting actually to more watchers if we do it on Saturday. But yeah, but anyway, I don't think there's a best practice. It's rather preference based.
Definitely.
But I prefer record because I can repeat many times. I can rethink many times. So from the quality perspective, I prefer to record. Because in online event, you anyway don't have this direct connection with the
No, that's true. Yeah. But it's good practice if you want to be like, if you want to speak live anyway in person events, for example, then someone might find it more helpful to also do it online, because then it's just you on a screen, right? So it's both easier and it's basically just easier than doing it in front of people, right? So it's like a baby step towards
if you're starting as a speaker. Yeah, that definitely. But you have to ask Ace and his experience with his first presentation online, doing it live with failing demo.
Oh,
I think
no.
he was. I think he was as stressed as he would normally be. Person,
I mean,
it
stresses me, but just by thinking about it.
Yeah. So.
But,
so we do it as I said, like put it on discussion and wait until Monday, and then let's see. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Any other questions, topics? Okay, cool. So luckily, if we finish earlier, then I'll have time after the meeting to update the discussion immediately. So let's see. Thank you a lot for joining, watching those on streams, and see you in 2 weeks, I guess, the last time before the conference, to talk about conference organization.